Right away, where are our nonfiction books? Would they be on the other side now?
Yeah.
Or are they downstairs still?
Well, both. What are you looking for?
An Oliver Sacks book.
Because I had a lot of Guamanian books.
Stuff below. What kind of what all sex is what's the subject?
The
It's a
palsy.
neurology.
The palsy. The
Yeah, he wrote stories about some of his patients.
Look at the
He
bottom.
wrote Awakenings too, I think,
the
which was kind of a sad
it's
movie
about the
with Robert De Niro.
what you call it, Parkinson's, because they call it Parkinson's at that time. I don't know what they call it now. But that's, and then of course my folks had just passed away. And he was living with us. And I couldn't handle it. There's two teenagers, Josephine and Harold, and then you and your brother,
Oh, we were easy, weren't we?
And then I'm the only provider. Because Dad had that land up there, but he had a lot of debts. And I had to pay all of those debts.
Yeah.
And I just, ow. They are
Did he just fight you?
No, he stepped on my foot.
Yeah, I don't think it's this one. But I remember reading about that, and I was like, oh, Guam.
Did Odin not eat his dinner?
He got his dinner
Where is his dinner?
in the backyard.
Can you bring it in? He's looking very hungry.
I had a lot of Guam books. I even had one textbook.
We still have some of those books.
And
We have Guam books in the basement.
I had
Or maybe even here.
English Chamorro dictionary.
Yeah?
Because living here, I have lost a lot of memories of the language,
Yeah.
And I have to look it up there to make sure that I can pronounce it right. Because back then, when we were small, they didn't teach the Guamanian language. They only taught the American language, when the Americans were there.
How did you learn Chamorro?
Well, at home,
Okay.
We have these. We have some in the basement.
And then that's how we learned English too, was at home.
Oh.
Yeah. We have these. We have more in the basement.
Yeah, and I also had a lot of picture books,
Yeah,
That's
I
a
remember
nice-
you gave me one or two.
Yeah.
Dad, the book you're looking for is called The Island of the Colorblind.
Ah, yeah.
No, the basement. No. You're looking for Guam books.
And
Yeah.
I am so glad that they didn't publish up any pictures of me. Because I was looking at these books, and I said,
Well, this is history through 1918.
yeah, but I mean, during the after the occupation.
Oh, yeah.
During the rebuild, they were, a lot of GIs were taking pictures of the natives, and the natives, there was no shoes for about 3 or 4 years because the Japanese didn't, sell or even give. As a matter of fact, what they did was that they confiscated all the men's clothing and linen sheets, and replace it with silk. So we were working in the field in silks.
Wow.
Well, and the silk is not all that great to be out there working in the
Yeah.
in the humidity. think I told you guys all my stories.
Well, we're not done.
I think you got one or two more still up in here.
That is way back in there and way buried in there.
You remember
mean-
hiding Dad's clothes when he went streaking on his birthday?
Oh, heck yes. Oh, yes.
You heard that story, didn't you, Val?
You
The-
didn't? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the story was told at your wedding.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
But please, tell it again.
Well, Bill and his, and the Marshes, and the other two Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I'm sure Steve was there.
Yeah, and
Swampy?
I had a big
Yeah.
trampoline in the backyard.
We had a
You-
sleepover.
Yeah, and so they were jumping on it, you know, and they were jumping it on their skivvies, you know, on their shorts, and I keep telling them to quiet down, you know, it's late, it's about 10 o'clock at night. They weren't paying attention to me, so I said, I'll fix you. I snuck out there, took all their clothes, take it in the house and lock the door. And they were trying to sneak back into the house when the neighbors came.
Oh yeah. We ran around, and then as we were walking back, the next door neighbors drove home. And it was, people were like diving over the bushes, you know, hide behind the hedge.
Who was this next door neighbor?
We had a crush on the oldest daughter.
Magalanis or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, Cindy Magalanis. She was a Raiderette.
Oh, but they.
All the boys had a crush on her.
We tried to house after it.
and then I think one of the older.
Should we turn the aircon off?
And then the boys, what do you
James.
call it? Who was it? Steve or Mike said, Phil, please go get our clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, they said,
They begged.
it's your mom. You go get our clothes for us.
This actually works. You guys start smelling smoke.
And
I'll close it
I
up. It'll just get
pretended
better.
like I didn't hear them, you know.
Yeah.
I said, that will teach you. Because when they were going from the side of the house back to the backyard, and I was peeking over the curtain, you know, lights are all out. Like, all I could see was the white bottoms.
There were some pretty pale butts going down the street, yeah. You know, in the 70s, streaking was a thing.
What do you mean was a thing?
Yeah, well, they sure streaked. Bet you guys were not that bad as teenagers. Although Ted did give me my palpitations.
Yeah, I never got caught.
Yes, you did. I had to bail you out of juvie hole
Excuse me, what?
Once.
for hitting the police car with the raw egg.
Yeah.
What? Dad, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, last egg of the night. Launch, my friend Pat says, no! And it went perfectly through the open window. They thought they were being hit by a bottle. And my friend Bart was like, ah! Anyway, first right, first left, first right, first left, let's double park. We were caught within a minute. So they cuffed us and took us back to the Union City Police Department and called our parents.
And I think I was the only one that came to bail you out.
No, everybody's parents came.
That one
I was the last one. Oh.
And then there's that thing with Ted and Santa Cruz.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I think Ted was 16.
Yeah.
Because we found you could buy 12 packs of Bud from the dairy and they wouldn't card you. So they bought a couple of 12 packs and a bunch of ice and went down to Santa Cruz and they were like, yeah, parked. And before they left the parking lot, they decided to crack a beer. And as they did, Santa Cruz police drove around and woo! Unfortunately, our grandma from Guam was visiting at that time.
Yes.
Who didn't really speak English.
And well, not too well.
So she got to go down to Santa Cruz to the police department too.
Yeah, because I couldn't leave her at home, you know.
Yeah.
And the whole time she was driving, I was driving, she was saying the rosary. And that was at the time when they were rationing the gasoline.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, you had to get Dave Shatee too, didn't you?
I had to take everybody out because nobody else's parents.
Oh, good. Yeah, because it was Ted and Bob and Dave, right?
Yeah, and
There was a couple
Mike.
of
some
delinquents right
you know,
there.
like that, and nobody's parents came, and so I had to take them home, and I got them in the back seat, and I said, if any of you said a word, I'm gonna kill you. But those were the only two that I remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my only interaction with police that involved you.
But Ted was the one who gave me the anxiety attack.
Didn't he? He wrecked the Gran Torino.
Oh yes, was coming down the hill from the university, drunk, and the guy coming up from downtown,
He was drunk too.
he was drunk too. So two drunks met each other. And then of course Ted and it's not Michael. What's the other one's
Bob.
name? No. Sylvia's sons.
Oh,
Pat. Patrick. Oh my
Pat
God.
and Michael.
Yeah, well, Pat is, Ted's buddy too.
Yeah.
And they would go get into trouble. But Pat is more used to his mother's punishing.
Yeah.
And they knew that if they did something wrong, Sylvia will come after them. And here comes Sylvia down the, I think it was in Morro Bay.
Uh-huh.
And Pat says, uh-oh, here comes Mom. And Sylvia took one hand on one and both ears and just twisted. And that's the worst punishment, really, because it really hurts.
Yeah. And you can't do anything to your mom.
Oh, heck, of course not. I mean, it's bad enough already. But then you guys did, too, something that I wasn't too happy about. They made a boat, like a sailboat that you guys were.
Oh yeah, Ted made that. Ted made a pretty crappy boat. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Out of what?
They found an old boat and reglassed it. It was kind of a barge.
Yeah, and then what did he do? He took the what do they call them now?
I forget what they called it.
It's not. It's a thing that would seal up the cracks and everything.
Uh-huh.
And they did it in the bathtub.
Oh, they used the fiberglass in the bathtub?
Well, part of it, like part of the planks
Uh-huh.
to keep it together, and so they did. They did it in the bathtub. And of course, a lot of it stuck to the bathtub.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's resin in the bathtub. All that stuff happened after I went to college, so.
Yeah, but this was when you were still in Boy Scouts and you guys were out camping up at the hill there, and about 10 o'clock at night, they dropped you and Ted off at the house. I said, "What happened?" He says, "Everybody got poison oak."
That was a bad weekend.
That Ed was, and you, I think, were one of the worst ones.
My eyes didn't close, but other bits of me were pretty badly covered with poison oak.
Mm.
Oh God.
That was a trip where some of the kids were using a poison oak as hot dog sticks.
Mm.
Oh.
And we were playing capture the flag,
With that.
running through it, and so I had like poison oak stripes across my face. You know, and they were then after they cooked their hot dogs, they were throwing the poison oak sticks in the fire,
Yeah, and the
and so
oil
the
on
smoke
it. Yeah.
got into people's eyes. One kid did close his lungs up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
But you guys had fun with the Boy Scouts.
I tell you, I can recognize poison oak in any season, no problem.
Yeah, I wasn't a Boy Scout and I can still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. And I am not a brave driver, like I said. And I have to, you know, the parents have to either take them to the campgrounds or bring him back.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm smart enough. I'll take him there because they haven't taken a bath in the whole weekend. So I wasn't about to get that. And of course I got Marie to drive.
Yeah, your buddy Marie,
Yeah.
she was your good friend for all those trips.
Oh yes, because I can't drive. Because Ted would do the bud exposure.
Hit moon people.
Oh yeah.
God.
Once I remember coming back from a trip, we
Ro-
started
Rowan,
mooning
eh?
people
Ro-
in the back of
Yeah.
because we were in the pickup, and so in those days you didn't have to worry about having a seatbelt for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So
So
we were
that's
mooning
right.
people, and we
Yeah.
got somebody really mad at us.
And I
And
did.
so they
I
were like
did,
yelling
see,
at us, and we're in the back yelling at them, and Mom's in the front going,
I'm driving.
"Dude, why is
yeah.
everybody so mad at me?"
I said, I'm not going over the speed limit or anything.
You know, when people are driving by flipping us off. No, we were mooning them.
Why would they flip you off then?
They did not like seeing butts.
Bunch of
It's
squares.
streaking. It's streaking too.
You know, and
Yeah.
then other times I remember me and Mike Fabiano were wrestling in the back of the pickup, and I think we made the truck change lanes. You know, throwing each other around in the back, like.
It's a wonder you survived an Oakland.
But Ted is a smart kid too, because you guys had to bring in everything and then bring it out again. You know, like firewood. If you don't use it, you could bring it. You have to take it back. Everything that you take to the campground, you have to bring it back.
Yeah.
And Ted was smart. He'd take my fire log.
Oh, yeah, those Duraflame logs.
Uh-huh. He got smart and he took that and he says, Mom, that's the best idea I ever had. Because when they burn it, there's nothing left for him to take
Yeah.
back.
Well, they're giant candles.
Yeah. But I survived it until you got your eagle.
Yeah. Oh. dog.
Must be about 10 o'clock already.
9:30.
Oh my.
Pretty late.
Could you turn on the lights in the bedroom so I can find my pills and my eye drops?
Yeah, I can even help you put your eye drops in.
Oh yes, that would be great. Because I'm tired of wiping my nose.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, lights are on.
For you guys, but not for me. Will you move? Thank you. No. I don't need a bell from you.
Mom, you want the aircon on at night?
No.
No? So it's cool enough for you already?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be a cool night tonight, so
Okay.
it's gonna be in the 60s.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a cool night.
And I'm running the house fan because it looks like the wind has shifted and the air is getting better.
Feels like it.
It's still a little bit high, but
You need to brush your teeth first?
Well, I have to get my toothbrush out of my thing in there.
No.
shush.